Right, well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the EFRA 1/10th IC Track European Championships final. And there's been plenty of discussion, some altercations and events happening after the main European final. Some protests lodged by certain teams. Your podium lineup is in front of the screens, but we also have one of the EFRA officials here, race directors, to explain the nature of some of these protests and what has been happening since the end of the event. We know you've been asking on the stream and you want to know exactly what has gone down, so just explain to us a little bit, if you can, the protests and what has happened and the final decisions.
Okay, we'll try to. It's not that easy to explain, but
of course,
at the end we had two protests. One was from Dominic Greiner's team against Bruno Coelho. The second was from Simon Kurzbuch, because we deleted him one lap in the final. The problem was that I start with Simon flamed out here right after the finish line here in the corner, was taken back to the pit lane, and then restarted again, and this was not reflected really correct at the lap time. In the case of Bruno Coelho, Bruno flamed out at the end of the straight. We saw it, was taken back, and if you check the lap time, we saw 20 seconds. He had a 46-second lap, so he had a 20-second penalty because of taking him back. So I think this decision for us was really clear. He has no advantage from the from the flame out coming back to here. Regarding Simon, was not that easy, because we checked the images on your TV and we checked the lap times, and we saw that the bringing back the car from the corner to the pit lane and the restart took 20 seconds. This 25 seconds. This 25 seconds were not spent on the track, so it has to be reflected in the lap time. And so we added the 25 seconds on top of his lap time. We had to agree to the protest because we deleted him the lap immediately in the race, and this is not allowed by our rules. That's it. If we penalize him, we have to do it after the end at the race. This is the real procedure. That's it. And I will take the blame for it, because I am here the chairman, so it's my fault if you like it or not. And it's my decision, so this is the end of it.
Well, thank you very much for explaining to the viewers what the final decisions were. We appreciate your honesty. We appreciate your openness. Obviously, all the viewers wanted to know exactly what happened here. So let's get down to brass tacks, talking to the drivers, shall we, as best we can. What was, despite the post-race controversy, still a magnificent final. And through it all, Bruno Coelho, you are officially now the 2015 European champion in the 1/10th IC track discipline. Just talk us through that final from on the track and some of the passes you had to make on track. It was very aggressive, but ultimately that strategy seemed to pay off.
Yes, it was really nice in the final. It was amazing for me, because in the semi-final my car was a little bit strange. We did some changes in the car, and my car improved really a lot in the final. I really don't expect the car comes so good like this, and it was really good for me.
It's good to hear that the car really came together. Just talk us through kind of the emotions now. You've been on the circuit, kind of a breakout star and threatening this kind of performance for a little while. How does it feel to have your status confirmed as a kind of rising star of RC racing?
Yes. I have no words, really. It's my first Euros, my first final in the Euros in Nitros. So for me, it's really amazing. I have really no words. It's badness what happened here with this confusion, but it's the race, I think.
Well, either way, congratulations on your championship victory. Thanks very much for speaking to us here. Simon, we'll speak to you now. You've coming off the back 2 weeks ago. You're in Germany for the 1/8th IC Track Championship. That's now 2 podiums in as many championships in the Nitro discipline. You're getting quite good at this Nitro, Lark, aren't you?
Yes, of course. It's really nice to show again a good performance here. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed of the final, because I drove the final of my life. I could say it. The performance of all my stuff worked perfect, and yes, now the decisions were made, and it's like this. Now I'm vice champion.
So, well, it's unfortunate that it was overshadowed in such a way, but either way, if you kind of look back across the whole tournament entirely, how do you reflect on your performances as a whole? Because they were consistently right out of the top draw.
Yeah, the Monday was quite okay. The first time I drove 110 this year. On Tuesday we had some problems. We couldn't drive as much as we want, and then at evening we changed to Dirk Wisniewski's setup, and it works really amazing. And I knew on Wednesday the car and the engine were perfect, and I have to improve my driving, and step by step I could improve, and I'm now here.
Excellent. Well, it was a story of constant progress and an improvement throughout the championship, and it rewarded you with a second place overall. Well done, Simon. Thanks very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
And Dominic, let's speak to you. Obviously, it doesn't take a body language expert to say you're very frustrated at this point in time, but if we kind of look at your performance overall through the tournament, you were a top qualifier as well. How do you rate your performance throughout this competition, how this tournament went for you?
Yeah, my final was not perfect because I had a little bit small mistakes and also a problem with the gearbox after half of the race. But overall, it's maximum bullshit here because on the track I was the fastest car. Not every time, but overall, when the finish line is in front of the pit lane, I'm European Championship, and that is the decision from the organizer is maximum bullshit. I can't understand it. It's not I will not hear anything. No. This decision is maximum bullshit. The EFRA make the races, and I think, racing. That's a playground for That's not high performance racing. That's a playground for. The decision is maximum shit, and I'm ready here.
Right. Okay. Well, the opinions have been voiced, but either way, we should not let this controversy overshadow what has been a magnificent final actual race. Let's have some final words.
I would like to make the last point. The organization here was perfect. If he has a point, then it's against the race directors, but not against the organization of the club here, because they cannot do anything for the race directors, the referees, and all the other stuff. Okay, the club, everybody here did a great job the complete week. Please don't blame it on the club or the organization or the FMOD or something else. If you have to blame it only on the race director, on the EFRA chairman, and the referees. Okay.
Okay, well, we appreciate your honesty. We appreciate the openness. We appreciate how difficult this must have been for you guys. So thanks very much all for joining us. Congratulations, Bruno. You are European champion. Congratulations as well for Simon on your runner-up finish. Thanks very much for talking to us. Thanks for your time. All right, so that concludes our coverage of the 2015 EFRA 1/10th IC Track European Championships. It was inevitable that the season was going to end this way, really. It had a bit of everything.
Okay.
It had drama, controversy, action, amazing racing, and in the end it was, well, the tournament's come to a close, and I think ultimately, in amongst all the mayhem and the protests, the deserving champion's crown in Bruno Coelho, who was driving in the final, was absolutely spot on. So thanks very much for joining us on RC Racing TV. Our coverage brought to you by HP Europe, D'Agostini Model Space, VRC Pro and EFRA. I've been Adam Johnson, along with Matt McCallum.